Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is Yasmin Isa from Wellness with Yasmin, and I'm excited to start off with you class number 10 of Glow from the Inside Out. Today we are talking about how to pick yourself up when you fall off of track, which is a very, very important topic. And before I begin though, I want to start off with the dua or supplication to God of Prophet Musa, aka Moses, when he asked God, may peace be upon him, when he asked God to purify and clarify his speech. Rabb ishrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. So, in the last class we were talking about how to elegantly stay healthy when others or yourself get in your way. And so the thing is I spoke about our human nature in there and how, sometimes things are not going to always work out the way that we plan for them to. And, so now we're talking about when you fall short of elegantly staying healthy, how do you get right back on track? And first I want to go to our survey. When I asked you ladies, what do you do when you fall off a track? So I kind of want to know where you already are right now, because my goal is not to give you some faraway advice that's far away from where you currently are. I want to know where you are right now so that we can see where is most optimal and figure out how do we bridge that gap. So this is what you told me. You said that when I fall off track, I beat myself up, but I know that I must stop doing that. I know I just have to pick myself up and try again. Someone else said, I scream or get upset, I get stressed, I eat sweets, I get tensed, and I get headaches, I get depressed and sad. And these are all things that we're going to be talking about. And someone else said, I tend to just get back on track if I fall off track, but I guilt trip myself a lot. When it comes to work, I usually just get right back on track, but when it comes to unhealthy eating, I tend to stay off track for a while until I slap myself back into reality. Usually it's seeing my husband being so strong in his health habits that it gets me to get back on track. I guess you would say I have low willpower. We spoke about willpower in the last class. Or my subconscious mind is not aligned with my conscious mind. That's also very, I really like how that is worded there. And we're going to talk about all these things. Someone else said that when she falls off track, she thinks, she hits the gym to think. I actually just sent an email to the MB Muslima mailing list today all about thinking, so I like this here. She also said, I prepare foods over the weekend so that their meals take less time to prepare during the week. Someone else said, I feel extremely guilty. The guilt will consume me. Someone else said, I try to pull everything back together. So as you could see, getting your survey responses really do help. Now, we're going to address many of the things there. And as always, there's so much. I could sit here and record forever. But as always, I want to make it really cohesive and give you the most important tools to bring you forward, inshallah, God willing. One thing I want to say, first of all, is that this is for the ladies who are in Glow, so we had 70-something women from all over the world enroll in Glow. And these videos, most of them are being shared publicly as well. And so this is to those who have done this journey along, these women, and also just anyone on your own journey, because we're all on a journey, right? And I want to share that, in terms of this specific program, for those of you in it or anyone who's done a course or a program, something that has a beginning and an end, some of you are right on track. The minute I put out new classes or a new assignment, you're on it and you submit it and whatnot, and you're really into it. And I know others of you are struggling a little bit because maybe you're off track, or maybe you've only watched one class, or maybe you've done nothing but you've been looking at everything and just not taking action. I want you to know that this is not some, esoteric journey. It's not something, and I'm going to quote Google Dictionary here, it's not intended or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with a specialized knowledge or interest. That is the definition of esoteric. And what it is that we have to realize that time passes us by every single day, right? And we either get better or we stay the same or we get worse. I mean, there's really no other option there. And, everything has, its different shades of gray. But basically, I want to say that this is not some picture perfect journey. Glow from the Inside Out was not designed so that you can have perfect looking everything, and this is coming from someone who is a recovered/recovering perfectionist. It isn't in my nature to want to perfect everything, but guess what? Perfection is reserved to God Almighty. He is the only one who is perfect. And yes, we can look at what's optimal and what we want to go towards, but we're never going to be perfect. So don't fall into the trap of, not taking action because it's not going to be perfect. Don't look at it as being, esoteric. And I've been talking a lot in my work for a while now about continuums. The idea, a continuum is like a scale, right? The idea, like on one side of the scale is bad, not so good. It keeps getting better on the continuum scale. Okay, fine, great, optimal. I'm always going to present to you what is optimal. And, I am someone who is always, I love what I do and I'm very passionate about it. So I'm always learning, whether it's my own experience, the experience of my clients, reading, research, testing things, whatnot, whatever the case may be. So, and we get new knowledge all the time. Optimal changes because we have advances in technology or we come upon new knowledge or whatever the case may be. So optimal is always going to change. But as of right now, knowing what is optimal right now, that helps you see where you need to be. But then you have to plant yourself where you currently are and just take steps to get better. Because I want to break a very common misconception. First, I want to tell you something. It's about your goal, but it's not about your goal. So let's say you want to lose weight, or you want to start a business, or if you are Muslim, you want to memorize the whole Quran. That's a thing that Muslims like to do. Or you want to learn Arabic, or you want to improve your marriage. You have these goals. Everyone has goals. I mean, we would be dead inside if we didn't have goals, right? That's what keeps us going. Now, it is about your goal, but it's not about your goal. And the reason why I say that is because we don't achieve satisfaction from goals. We actually achieve satisfaction from our progress. So here's the thing. You've probably reached a goal, right? So let me use weight loss because this is a wonderful example. Once someone hits that number goal or they get very close to it, it's not as exciting as, in the beginning, like they get used to that. And that's why maintaining weight loss is a bigger journey than a weight loss journey. And I'm just using weight loss as an analogy here. You can apply this to different things in your life. Or let's say someone's getting, a degree in something, getting that piece of paper, that is a goal. But then the actual process is so much more. Like I'm right here by this wall of, different certificates of mine and my husband's and whatnot. And those are very important. I mean, they're important. There's a reason why people spend a lot of money on education. But the actual process is where we gain our satisfaction. That's where we feel alive. So here's the thing. That's why, having the perfect, and I'm putting quotations on that because again, there's no such thing as perfection in the human sense, but having the perfect body or losing this much weight or, having all this money, all those things are dead ends. Goals are dead ends. That's why they're not going to bring on full happiness. The only thing that will bring on full happiness is doing everything for the pleasure of God and improving every single day. So if you adopt this mentality of a continuum, and I will be coming out with some visuals on this in the near future through Wellness with Yasmin, you are more likely to get right back on track. Because whenever, there's that plane, there's that continuum, whenever you fall down, you have to get up. Now, when you get up, do you go backwards? Right? Do you self-sabotage and go backwards? Or do you just go forward? Wherever you are, you just go forward, or do you just freeze? You stay right where you want to be. Really, the only thing we need to do is be better every single day. That is what I have for you in this class. Please feel free to leave a comment with any tips you have on how you like to, get right back on track when you fall off a track. We heard some comments from the sisters who did the survey. And please remember that any good that came in this video is from God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who uses us humans as a tool to, portray different things. So all good is from Him. Any shortcomings are from my own. Remember, I'm just a human trying to be better every single day, God willing, inshallah. And I do fall short in that because I'm human, like I said before. I repeat things sometimes too. And yeah, please like this video, please comment, please share it so you could be part of this effect of impacting others. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May the peace and blessings of God be on to you always, inshallah, God willing.